Hi everybody, my name is Christine. I'm a trauma-informed artist, educator, and coach. And in this video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit more personal and sharing some of my story with you, some of my recovery, and why I made the decision to have my orthopedic hardware removed from my arm. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. You may have seen on the channel, I'm sharing a lot about my upcoming orthopedic surgery and what I'm doing to prepare. I hope that these videos will be helpful for you if you're going into your own medical procedure. I was in a car accident in 2019 and I've had a lot of experience in the space of recovery, both emotional trauma recovery and physical rehab from a traumatic brain injury, from multiple orthopedic injuries, and I'm about to have my 4th orthopedic surgery. In this surgery, I'm going to be having hardware removed from my left arm. Let's see, you might be able to see the scar on my arm here. So the doctor is going to be opening up the same scar and removing a plate and some screws that go kind of all up my humerus bone here. So you can see on the x-ray that I have a lot of hardware. My bone was pretty badly shattered, and I'm extremely fortunate that I was able to keep my arm, and my arm wasn't amputated. I have full use of my arm, which is such a gift because I initially couldn't move my arm after the accident. I've been working in physical therapy for years to just feel as normal as possible, but I'm still feeling like I'm having pain and discomfort in my elbow, in my arm. So I met with the orthopedic surgeon who did my original surgery. He did an amazing job, and he feels confident that he can safely remove the hardware from my arm. I know a lot of doctors don't like to do hardware removals. Many doctors tell you that it's okay to keep the hardware in forever. And for me, it's just been a really personal decision. So, this video is not necessarily to get any type of criticism, but just to share my experience. And if you're thinking of having your hardware removed from a previous injury, maybe my experience can help you make your decision as well. So some of the factors influencing my decision to have hardware removed, I do have this end of the plate here that kind of sticks out of my elbow a little bit. It's like right under the skin here, and it can be very uncomfortable just hitting my elbow on things, or even just putting my arm on an armrest. And this will obviously get rid of that one problem. I don't think if that was my only issue with it, that would be enough of a motivating factor for me to get the hardware removed. But I do think that it's going to be nice to not have that inconvenient, uncomfortable issue anymore. I do also have pain throughout my elbow and throughout my arm, kind of here in my biceps tendon and even into my shoulder, kind of from the biceps tendon. So I'm hoping that having the hardware removed will help alleviate some of that and just help the tissues heal a little bit more, because they still tend to be very inflamed and sore. My doctor's been very clear with me that there's not a guarantee that having the hardware removed is going to help my elbow and my arm feel better. So that's kind of an interesting thing, to just be trusting my intuition and hoping for the best on that. There's never any guarantee with a surgical procedure, but I've just been really feeling over the last couple of years, like intuitively, I think that this is the next best step for me. When I close my eyes and I sense my arm and I feel it, I feel this anxiety. Like, I believe that our brains know that we have a foreign object in the body, and mine feels very emotionally uncomfortable to me. Whereas when I think about having it removed and having my arms be more the same, that feels very light to me. Like, I can feel it in my chest. It feels exciting. I'm actually really excited to have this procedure done. And that might sound crazy to some people, but I do think that this is going to have a positive emotional effect for me. So I'm looking forward to that aspect as well. I'm also going to leave a link down below about some things with titanium toxicity and different metal implant issues that can happen. There's a couple of studies that have been done, and definitely more research is needed on this, more evidence is needed on this, and it's mixed, right? But in my opinion, it just doesn't feel right to me to have this metal in my body. I have a very sensitive system, and ever since the accident, I've had a lot of issues with fatigue and digestive issues and things that I never really experienced before. And I've done a lot of different treatments, both conventional Western medicine treatments as well as complementary and alternative medicine treatments to help with some of those issues. And they don't seem to be getting really any better. So I'm hoping, and again, there's no guarantee. I really don't know. But I'm hoping that having this foreign object, this metal removed from my body, will maybe have a trickle down effect to improve some of my issues that are kind of like mystery issues that I've had since the accident. Um, I will make videos updating that. I truly have no idea. It might not help those things, but I'll keep you all posted and let you know how it goes. I'm feeling really hopeful about this and really good about it. And, I think even if the only outcome is like the hardware is out, that will still be a good outcome for me because my doctor originally told me I will always have the option to have it removed, but I think it's better to have it removed now while I'm young and I'm in relative health and it hasn't been in there for very long. It's only been for a little over 5.5 years. Whereas I do think that down the line, the evidence that I've read suggests that it's harder to remove the hardware as more and more time goes on for several different reasons. The metal starts to break down and perhaps bone might be growing over where the metal implants are. So there's different reasons that it may or may not be easier to remove sooner rather than later. But I'm just really feeling hopeful. It feels like the right time. It feels like the right move. When I feel into my body, I feel happy and relieved and excited. Of course, there's like nervousness going into surgery and knowing that something could possibly go wrong. There could be a complication, but I truly believe in just staying positive and keeping my mindset in the right place. And intuitively, this just feels like the right move for me. So if you have orthopedic hardware, it may or may not be the right move for you. And that's okay. Just trust your intuition, trust your medical team. If you're thinking about having hardware removed, make sure that you have the doctor who believes that it can be done and is willing to do it, confidently and just with a good energy around it. But overall, just trust yourself. I'm trusting myself here. If you are going to be having surgery, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell because I do have more videos to come. I'm going to be blogging and vlogging my entire recovery process. So I'd love to share that with you and bring you along this journey with me. For now, that's all I've got today. I will see you in the next video.